All right.
And,
Yeah, it's kind of a cold open on this one, but I mean, we've talked, Ian, me and you, and I'm sure you've been talking with Macross, so everybody knows what's up.
Good evening, commanders. Welcome to the talk show. We are at base camp 23, and Henka couldn't be here, so Jank has graciously accepted to be our co-host today. And our guest today
Yes.
is... Hello, Jank.
Yeah, evening or good morning, all whatever time it is.
Yeah, whatever.
I still think we need a link.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a link now. So
Yeah.
I will post it in seconds when I get it. I'm live now, so yeah, I think I got it. And welcome to our guest, which is Ian
Hello.
Crento. Hello, Ian. How are you today?
I'm good. You all good?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing Elite Dangerous all day.
Any preference on what we refer to you? Is it Ian or Cruento Macron?
Either's fine. In an ED context.
So Ian, tell us about the other name, Cruento. How did that come about?
It's it's called Latin for bloody sword.
Oh.
And a long time ago, it was going to be a recurring villain in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Although the players cocked up and died, so he never came to much. But he just popped into my head when I had to pick a name for Elite.
YouTube thinks you're playing No Man's Sky. Good job, guys. Good job. Nice algorithm.
So I think I'm streaming now. I don't know.
Yep.
Can you grab the
I've
link?
got you streaming and I've got you linked.
All of it.
Yep.
I'm watching YouTube now, and I can't.
Very strange.
Oh,
Whoa!
I'm
All
watching
right, somebody just
YouTube now, and I
by.
can't.
Very strange. All right, well.
Whoa!
Not really much happening here on the ground. Somebody just went by. I'm gonna be taking off.
Yeah.
If I can get between all these ships that parked around me. All right, looks like I'm clear. Oh, nice view of the neighboring brown dwarf up above us.
Yeah. Chen, can you find a good spot for us? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can look.
So, back to our guest.
73, 75.
What?
Still heating up.
What? Are you heat? Oh,
you'll make it.
Okay, I'm good. But yeah, we are definitely on the close side of the orbit right now. Oof. Yeah.
I didn't heat up at all.
So cook everyone, Shank. It will be appreciated.
Let everybody know to watch their mass disruptions, because it's going to slow down their FSD charge, and that's going to overheat them. Once you actually get up here, you're basically in normal scoops range, so it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But
evil plan to kill us all is coming to fruition, eh, Chunk?
Ian, as I was saying, we have some questions we like to ask our guests, and as far as I recall, this is your first time on the talk show, right?
Yep.
So we can expose you through these questions. And question number one is, can you tell us a bit about your commander background? Your Crento Macrone. That is your commander name, right?
That is my
Crento.
commander name, yes. It's
Yes.
I've never really made up much of a backstory for him. An avatar for Elite. I like flying spaceships. And have done ever since Frontier Elite 2. Missed the first one, not quite that old, but spent a long time playing the second one.
And
Was
when
looking
did
forward to Elite for a long time.
Yeah. Did you also play the original Elite?
No, just the second one. Missed the first one. Not quite been around that long. But yes, mid-90s, the Frontier 2.
Yeah. I've only played the original Elite. I never got to play second or third version of Elite. There is a third version, right?
Yeah, there is. I missed that one completely. Not sure how. But it passed me by. So the second one and this one
So
are the two I've played.
So the second one was that on the PC or on a gaming console?
That was on an Amiga 1200.
Really? Oh no.
Yep. Off a 3.5-inch floppy disk.
I remember them well. I myself had an Amiga 500. I saved up from my pay, and the only reason got to work was because I wanted to buy an Amiga 500. I wanted to see the filled graphic, not just the 3D vector graphic that I had on my. I saved up for Amiga 500 so I could see the cool new graphics, the filled vector graphics.
Yeah.
And was it the same on the
got
Amiga
an external
1200?
hard drive from a 1200. 400 meg. It was huge.
Oh, that's huge. So the two games that I reckon that the games on Amiga 500 and 1200 they were identical, right?
Yeah. They were. So yeah, I played a lot of Elite and a lot of Settlers. That was the other one that I played an awful lot of on that.
And did you get to be Commander Elite or Elite Commander on the Amiga 1200?
Sorry?
So when you played on your Amiga 500, did you get to the Elite rank?
Oh, no, I never did.
Oh, me neither.
No.
Right, so I think I've got a spot. It's a safe enough distance away from the star.
Sounds good. So I didn't get to Elite either on the Commodore 64 or on the Amiga, but I took revenge when I got to play Elite Dangerous.
Have you got all three?
Yep, all three that counts, right? There is a number 4, but I don't want to talk about that.
Three that count. I will do the other two one day, honest.
You got training and exploration.
I've got not counting CQC. I've got Explorer, a merchant for trade, and expert for combat.
Yeah, so you have a way to go. If you want
way to go for the other two.
Yeah, if you want all three. So is that a goal for you to get all three?
Oh, really? To be honest, I mean, they'll probably come eventually. Well, combat probably will, because I do that when I'm back in the bubble, but I've not done any trading for a long time.
All right, I'm up here. Anybody who needs a wing?
Sorry, yeah.
So,
selling mission rewards is about all the trading I do.
So you've been playing Elite for a long time, like some of other commanders, and not just this game. But what are your feelings on the interpretation this game has taken and where it's moving, especially knowing the backstory and lore of things like Thargoids and Guardians and all this stuff?
Landing gear retracted. Cannot complete.
Being out in the black, I've not been paying that much attention to what's been going on with the Thargoids and the Guardians.
That's
I'll probably look at it harder when I get back to the bubble. I have to at least unlock the Guardian FSD booster before I come back out in the black.
4, 3.
So you've only got the one.
Yeah.
You've only got the one commander. That's all you got.
Just
All
the
right.
one.
Does he have
Don't
any
have it.
particular story?
Not really, no. Not much of a role play for this game. It's just a flying around, seeing what I can find, looking for cool sights. Polonium. Always looking for polonium.
So what ship are you flying, Ian?
I am in an Imperial Clipper at the minute,
Now I see why I
which
always...
is nearly 40 light years full tank is the longest range I've ever flown with. Never had an Anaconda or an Aspect, so yeah, 40 light years is massive for me.
Yeah. And what made you pick an Imperial Clipper for this trip?
It's just such a damn sexy ship.
I think you're
It
right.
looks like a spaceship supposed to look.
Yeah. So I myself, I actually never have owned an Imperial Clipper. And
They're
I
really
think
nice.
I know why.
You've not got the Imperial rank?
I got an Imperial Cutter, as I would have, you know. No,
I've not tried the car yet.
oh, that's an awesome ship. The prettiest ship in the fleet. Oh, yeah, the game really. No, I think I know why I have known an Imperial Clipper, and that's because when I first got into combat in the start of the game, then I blew up a lot of Imperial Cutters, and I also thought to myself, oh, they look like a regular airplane, and I enjoyed every time I blew up an Imperial Clipper. So when I got the rank and the money, I couldn't bring myself to buy an airplane. It's funny feeling that way. But yeah, I give you that, and it is a very sexy ship. Is that the only ship you have in your fleet again? Imperial Clipper?
I've got the Clipper, I've still got my old Mark III, got to keep that, and I've got my Python.
And which one do you
The
prefer?
three I own. And I do have an Imperial Eagle, but I've hardly used that. It came free with a box of cereal or something.
A box of cereal. Yeah. Yeah, and you have been pretty active in the exploration community. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time in this game. A ridiculous amount of time. Am I up to now? Scroll down the side panel on the right. Oh, 24 weeks, 4 days. Jesus. And I spent most of that time exploring, which does leave you a bit of dead time to browse the internet on the side while you're in Super Cruise. So at least with plenty of time for floating around the forum and talking to people and offering advice to noobs who turn up and answering questions.
Yeah.
That plus ED discovery is
Mm.
apart from playing computer games, I also like programming. So
Oh.
when you get the chance to program off the side of your favorite game, it's even better.
Oh. And do you do your programming while you do your exploration?
Yeah, I mean, if I've added a feature to ED discovery, or I'm trying to catch a bug someone's reported, you need to run it while you're playing the game. So
Ah.
you have to combine the two. Then playing becomes testing.
How did you get involved in the development of EDD?
Okay.
How did you get involved in the development of EDD? Were you there
I
from the get-go?
found it on the forum, downloaded it, had a look at the map that was there all the way back then, and thought, I wish I could change the color of that line. I messaged Finwin and went, I wish you could change the color of that line. Since it's open source, if you're not in the middle of doing it, I'm happy to do it for you. He said, knock yourself out, or words to that effect, and it all snowballed from there.
Ooh.
Yes, it started by the being able to pick what color systems are drawn on the mapping. That was the first thing I did.
Oh. So
It's spiraled from there.
That's nice. Nice. So EDD is placed on GitHub, right?
Yeah, completely open source. Anyone who wants to have a go can jump in and contribute.
And
there's
who reviews the pull request? Is that Finman or?
Finwin hasn't been very active for the last while. He's had family issues that have kept him away. It's Robbie probably devotes the most time to it out of the regular developers.
What
There's
would you
myself.
say? Yeah. What would you say was your single most popular feature in EDD?
For everything, or that I've written?
Pick one or pick both. Pick one from both categories.
I think just the visualization of the history you get with the maps and the logs, and actually having that, it's something everybody wants from the game, but until it's there, then I think that's probably the most popular thing that we provide. And that I wrote myself. It's hard to choose between the shopping list and having the scan information pop up in an overlay when you scan a planet without having to go into the sysmap.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna pop in and say, you know, just as somebody who uses it, obviously, being able to pop up my history and see the map and everything and all the stuff that I've done as an explorer, it just feels really awesome. But I imagine, like, back in the bubble, it's like if I'm looking for stuff, having that list of being like, tick this off, how much do I have of this material, how much do I have of this, like, having all that information right there in your face immediately, rather than having to scroll through your menus and inventory and data and blah 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 and all this, you know, just having that right there right away is so useful.
I'm glad people like it. We're up to about 4,000 users now, I think.
Oh, nice. That's really nice.
That's downloads from the GitHub page. I can't rule out that there's 20 people who obsessively download it 200 times each.
Wait, what?
That's just downloads from GitHub. We can't actually tell how many people there were did that. Someone could have downloaded it 3,000 times. And I wouldn't know. Because you don't have to log in. I'm guessing about 4,000 users from
Yeah.
4,000 downloads.
Well, my most favorite feature in EDD, I think that's the scan window. I can see each planet I scan and an estimate and the estimate of and obviously also the 3D map when I'm close and near to the rim, then 3D map is pretty awesome. I like that a lot.
Okay, I love to code. It's nice to get something back and something that adds to the community and makes everybody's game a little bit better, hopefully.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It does that for me. Do you get a lot of feature requests?
Yeah, we get a reasonable number. We've got the issues can be raised on GitHub, and we've got our own Discord for people to jump on and ask for things. And there's a steady stream of new stuff coming. All the voice control and the verbose EDD. I don't make any use of that personally. I can't be bothered talking to the computer. I'm quite happy with my keyboard and my joystick. Yeah, certainly people seem to like doing that kind of thing these days.
Yeah. So you're talking about voice attack.
Yeah, there's voice attack, but EDD has its own free version of voice control integrated with Elite Dangerous, so you don't need to pay for voice attack. You can let EDD do it for you.
Oh, I didn't know that. So if you have EDD running, you don't need voice attack.
Nope. You can use EDD instead.
Oh no. So you have a fully integrated interface from EDD to control the input into Elite Dangerous.
Yep.
Well, speaking on EDD and its use in exploration, have you all just talked with the creators of Edison and considered is there a way of like merging those things into one concise, graphics interface unit or interface program that still will have the overlay, or does Edison have to be its own separate thing?
I think Edison has to be its own separate thing, and that's not one I've looked at very hard. I mean, what's it to have that we don't?
Because I know a lot of people use Edison for especially like ground surface targets and surface navigation, but it's, I don't know, people can use it for other things, but like it's mostly just like being able to find your way around the surface of a planet.
Yeah, finding base camp.
I mean, you can do that with the EDD compass. Wasn't it? Someone did raise an issue on GitHub about talking to the Edison people. I'm not sure if anyone's followed up on it.
Didn't someone say there's a new Edison clone? It's called ED Void. They say that the GUI is better than Edison. I haven't tried it myself. Are you using Edison, Jack?
I'm really not sure. I just because I play pretty simply. I know everybody else uses lots of stuff, and I hear them talk about it. So I was just curious about this stuff from an explorer's perspective. And speaking on exploration, see what I did there. How have you been enjoying whatever the madness is that we've been doing for the past 10, 11 months?
It's been great fun. I mean, I thought I wasn't going to come because, when it first started getting talked about last year, I'd I just finished my first circumnavigation. I was like, nah, it'll be too soon. I won't want another one when they leave for that. But yeah, it turned out by the time October rolled around, I quite fancied it again. Arrived the second time.
Oh my
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
you had
been-
already done a circumnavigation then. This was just a kind of, yeah, sure, I'll do it again. It wasn't
Yeah,
anything
this is my
like
second one.
shocking. It wasn't anything shocking or new to you.
No,
So nothing out here surprised you on your trip with us.
No,
Really
it's
blown your
been-
mind.
it's been very similar. But no, I've seen some cool. At first time around, it didn't have Horizons. I left before it launched on that first trip, so I mean, I had Horizons, but I didn't have an SRV, and I wasn't allowed to start experimenting with landing planets the first time. Somewhere out past Beagle Point with 6 months of data on board. So yeah, the first time round was purely space-based. This time I've been landing as well, so it's added some differences.
And was that also in your Imperial Clipper, or was that in the Sidewinder?
That was in the Cobra Mark III the first time round.
Oh,
5 light year range, no engineering, no FSD injections, just 25 light years. I could get it up to nearly 27 by fuel management, but that was the only tool I had for going that little bit further in those days.
did you say 25 light years?
I think he did.
25.7.
Oh,
Oh,
did.
and I thought Janta had it hard. Holy man.
holy
Oof.
mackerel.
That's brutal.
That was great fun. Took me
And
about 30,000 jumps. It's only going to take me about 16, 17,000 this time. And that's including all the faffing about scouting and going round and round in circles for a week.
going round and round in circles?
No,
Scouting for base camps, you get to...
I was gonna say, you know,
Yes,
for
yes.
that jump range, you moved pretty quick. You got out to that base camp 24 search real fast.
No, I've got 40 light years now. It was 25 light years the first time round. This is 40 light years.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, that's much more reasonable.
Clip it up, yeah. Engineering nine.
So, I mean, basically, you kind of answered the other question I had was what really inspired you to come on doing this, and it seems like just feeling the pull again after having already done it once.
Yeah. Rating period, I took my fully bubble ready clip or Python with all its armor on, full of guns, and I was just going to do a quick couple hundred light years out and back run just to get some data to unlock some permits in the bubble quicker than run it missions.
Yeah.
And I took it all the way out to Sajay and back on a big triangle through the core. I just got carried away. I didn't want to turn around again.
So you kind of delayed the back part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of commanders like the Python. I think he brought the Python on Distant Worlds.
I missed Distant Worlds because I was already on my solo circumnav, so I'll probably come on Distant Worlds too. Almost certainly.
Yeah. Using in what ship?
I might bring Silence Unbounded, my Mark III, just since I didn't get to take her on Distant Worlds. Probably with a bit more than 25 light years range once I've engineered her a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I might drop back to Mark III. Or maybe I'll buy something new. I've not decided yet.
Yeah, and when you say the Mark III, you mean the Cobra, right?
Yeah.
So how far can you get the Cobra up to jump range these days using engineering and the FSD booster?
Engineering an FSD booster, you must be able to reach 40 light years.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's
That's
kind of
really
fun.
good for a ship that, I mean, that's small and not meant to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, half the ships we have out here aren't meant to do the stuff we've been doing. So
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to take an Imperial Clipper out on this kind of exploring either, but you know.
just brute force it. We make it happen. Ugh. I could think of other stuff if you got nothing to talk about, Macross, but most of my stuff is
Oh,
in game,
no,
and it's
I still got stuff. I was
oh,
just looking at my notes.
all
Ian,
right.
You mentioned you already did the circumnavigation once, and this is your second way around. But what are the goals for this journey?
Goals for this journey were to try and stay outside the last one as much as possible. Which I've not done too bad on.
Yeah.
Get further down each of the arms,
Yeah.
because especially on the outer arm vacuous, I couldn't get very far with the Cobra. So I've gone further down every arm this time around. So that was pretty cool.
Could you go to arm's end?
I couldn't quite make it to arm's end, no, not with the
Not with 40.
40 light years.
What about Star 1? That was
I've
also...
had to miss quite a few of the
Hmm.
furthest waypoints. Have I missed?
Yeah.
Missed a few.
I'm thinking Star 1 was like 94 or 95 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the farthest waypoints are all like between 85 to like 100
I think we
light
had
year
100.
jump ranges.
Yeah, I think we had 110 somewhere. At the beginning of
not Western Meridian, but
Yeah.
Manifest Destiny
Yes.
was 106. Yeah.
That was the worst one. But yeah, I've had to miss a few. Let's check DSM.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've missed 8 out of the first 36. So I'll make 37 and I'll get home. So I've missed 8 out of 38.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Not too bad.
No, it's not bad at all, and it's not like the waypoints or the base camps are mandatory in any way. Purely on a voluntary basis. This year.
No, it's all just a kind of a personal measure to just see how far along you are with in comparison with everybody else. I mean, we've got like what, half a dozen people who've already finished and are back in the bubble doing stuff now. So
yeah, and we shouldn't mention this to Jackie, but I noticed that Jackie was on her way back. So I thought, oh, she's done with the expedition, but then I saw her today in her shiny new Honda, and then it dawned on me that okay, Jackie was just back for the iridescent paint job.
yeah, and yeah, the what are the 3 ships? It's the Asp, Anaconda, and the Crate. Is that right?
You mean those 3 ships has the iridescent paint job?
Yeah.
I think the Imperial Cutter also has iridescent. Yeah, I'm sure of it because I checked. They're fairly expensive paint jobs. They cost £3 a piece. Let me see. That would be £15 for me total if I were to equip all my Imperial cutters. Actually, I think it's 18. Ian, when you're back in the bubble, what do you like to do when you're back and not out on exploration?
Potter about a bit. Last time I was back, I unlocked most of the engineers.
Mm-hmm.
Got my, well, I had that brief interlude with the Python out to the core and back. And then I got my ready for this trip.
And you mentioned you might go on Disney Worlds too.
Probably will.
Yeah. So would that mean more engineering on the Imperial Clipper to get even
Not
better?
sure what take. I mean, and I can make it a bit better with the new.
Yeah, the
New
FSD buster.
changes from the last patch.
Mm-hmm.
I can make it a bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have to see what I can get up to. I think I've got an extra couple of light years, and then if I unlock the Guardian FSD booster, I can get it up to 50. But
yeah, that would
depends whether I
add
take her
another.
on the.
Yeah, the Imperial Clipper that has a class 5 interior slot, right? So you could get the biggest FSD booster, class 5. And that would add another 10.5 light years to your range. So that would be 50, as you said. What is your favorite activity back in the bottle? Besides
Favorite
engineering?
activity? Probably a bit of combat, really. I'm not great at it, but it's quite good fun. Not PvP, definitely PvE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So would that be
Yeah, it could be quite good fun doing.
Would that be via missions? Would you go to hazards or compromised navigation beacons?
Usually a mixture of hazards and running missions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And would you do that in your Imperial Clipper, or would you use your Python for that?
Use my Python for that because it's kitted out with the guns and the good shields and things. So.
And what
right,
kind
fine.
of?
I'm gonna have to go and buy guns and get them engineered, and can't be dealing with that.
And what is your favorite weapon on your Python?
I go with a mix of lasers and multi-cannons usually. So I'm not that good.
So do you use turrets?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, generally lasers to bring the shields down, and then multi-cannons to kill them.
So would that be all turrets?
Unimaginative or innovative, but no, never tried turreted weapons.
So it wouldn't be fixed.
I like to shoot them myself, but they are gimbaled, not fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never used turrets myself, but I've never done much hunting. I use fixed lasers because lasers tend to drift and shoot at allies when you're floating around. But gimbaled multi-cannon's pretty much solid setup for any Cobra or Viper, any of the small starter combat ships.
But you also
just
mentioned
checking on Coriolis, and with the Guardian booster, you can actually get a Mark III Cobra up to 54 light years now.
Oh, that's even better than your Imperial Clipper, Ian.
Yeah. Good night.
But then that would
Sorry, that was a good night to Mrs. McCroney, not you.
good. I distinctly heard a woman's voice. So I gathered that. But using the FSD booster on your Cobra would take up a slot. Do you then have slots enough for your exploration stuff on the Cobra? Ian?
Yeah, I know. It gives me an FMU, scanners, shield generator.
Scoop.
I've got a spare. Scoop. Yeah, I need the scoop.
Everyone forgets the
That's what I
scoop.
knocked
They're like, they're so
Yeah.
used to having it.
Okay.
They're just like, wait, scoop takes up a module slot?
Wait.
All right, I'll drop down to a size to AFMU and stick in the scoop. It's all still good.
What about a shield?
The scoop doesn't weigh anything, so
That's right. What about shield? Can you have a shield on the Cobra then? That would be a no. You can't have a shield.
S3. Oh, I've no SRV. I'd have to be shield or SRV if I take a booster on the Cobra. That's where the compromise is.
Ah.
Frameshift, booster, shield, SRV. You can have 2 of those.
Yeah, no shield, no SRV.
I'm sure I'd be happy with no shield on my own. I'm not
Do
sure about no
you want to
shield.
land safely, or do you want to be able to drive on the planets you crash into?
I can land safely on pretty much anything without a shield, but in FleetCom, even when there's no malice, do I trust going to base camps on a big group expedition with no shield? Because accidents can happen.
Yeah, accidents can happen.
Yeah, there's lots of there's the occasional bumping, you know.
Yeah, there is. Actually, I lost my shield today when I went down to the base camp. I approached the crater and I saw the poi color, the blue color, and I was curious and I didn't notice that this ice planet actually did have 0.5 in gravity, so I came down a bit hard. Luckily, I managed to crash with my nose and full pips to this. I only lost 2% in hull, so that was kind of exciting.
You can have 30 or 40 of those before you're in real problem.
Yeah, and I was about to say that the flying sealers today isn't really that dangerous. It is dangerous, of course, but now we have the repair limits, so you can always get back up to 100%.
Yeah, also very true.
But crashes will always be dangerous.
Well, so we've talked a little bit about your previous. You did your circumnavigation, then you joined us. And then a little bit about what your after expedition plans are. Is there any in this last 5 weeks or so? 6 weeks? Is it even 6 weeks? Yeah, in the last 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Is there anything you're still looking to see, you're still searching for that you haven't found yet, that you're hoping maybe you come across?
Still never find that holy grail of the ringed Earth-like moon. That's the...
Yeah.
I find most other things.
And
not a glowing pink gas giant either. A glowing gas giant and a ringed Earth-like moon. A ringed Earth-like moon on a glowing gas giant. That would be awesome.
I've seen lots of weird stuff, but I've not seen that one.
I found a ringed Earth-like. I think it was 1 or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure it was a moon.
I found 1 ringed Earth-like. No, 2 ringed Earth-likes out of the 300 I found, and neither was a moon. That's what I really want. No, I've not ringed off, which I actually did on this mission not that long ago.
And
I think my unicorn find would be
Johnny just gives Macross a nice little nudge there and flips his ship around.
what? Someone stay away from my ship. My unicorn find what would be a ringed Earth-like, could be a moon, but it should have a very close secondary moon, just like our moon on Earth, yeah, back on Earth. I think that would be an awesome find. So you could land on the moon and look back up at the ring Earth-like.
Yeah,
Really
the
cool.
moons are always.
Yeah.
Either the moons are a bit far away, or if the moon's a similar distance to ours, it's a really tiny Earth-like. They nearly always end up looking quite small.
Yeah, it's really hard to find that proper Earth-like with a near moon. I've found one, and I've seen, I think, maybe 2 others that are actually landable. Because like usually they're not even landable. They're that kind of gray, non-landable rock that barely
Yeah,
has an atmosphere.
it's
You
like
know.
thin atmosphere that's just enough to keep us off.
Yeah, and it's like I've seen ones that are close like that, and it's just like I can't land, and it's so frustrating.
There's 14 people watching this.
So everybody's pointed all over the place. I'm gonna repost the jump site, so everyone starts turning in the right direction.
Do we have a target system for us?
Yep, the planet is about to pass right in front of it, actually. But there it is.
Nice. Where did you write
Actually,
the system?
really good timing. I wrote it in the game, and I've written it up in Discord as well.
So BLAIEUNFAE
B39. Oh,
E39. Yeah. For anyone who's listening, remember the Mastax system, which is 1,700 light years away. Fly by the Mastax system if you haven't done so already, and select your on-scan system from EDSM and place your tag on it. Oh, gosh darn it. Ian,
We're up to 10 bodies in EDSM in the mass tag system.
Ian, what was the difference? Can you think of any differences between your first circumnavigation and this second navigation?
I mean, the big difference has been being able to land, which wasn't an option on my first time around.
Yeah.
And
so you were flying before
actually having
Horizons.
I mean, it was 1.3 when I left on the first one, so yes, that's about a quarter of the way around. I suddenly acquired a planetary approach doodad in the ship out of nowhere, but I was afraid to use it until I got back to the bubble. Actually seeing people. I mean, I bumped into a couple of people the first time around. Met up with Chicky 4 times and a couple of random people on the way around. That was good, but yeah, there were no big meetups of lots of people.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
of
you're
course,
basically on your own on
2
the first time
expeditions
around.
met up. Sorry?
You were basically on your own the first time around.
Solo mission all the way. I bumped into a couple of people, but certainly nothing like the Beagle Point on this, where 2 expeditions met up, never mind 2 commanders. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was.
Instancing issues aside.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one Achilles heel, one big fat Achilles heel of Elite Dangerous. That is definitely the instancing, and it's going to be a big problem when Distant Worlds 2 takes off, because I think we're up to 3,000 commanders right now, and you even if you take account for time zones, regions, and consoles and PC and whatever, you still have a fair amount of commanders who want to play in the same instance. That's going to be a really big problem. And I think that Elite after Frontier is going to catch hell for that, because it's gonna explode at their faces. Sure that.
Not sure there's a huge amount they can do about it with the peer-to-peer.
So that would require a new redesign of the networking platform.
Which is not a trivial task.
No, it's not.
I was so close on the timing, by the way, guys. I missed it by a few minutes. We're not going to be perfectly in line with the planet and the star when we jump. It's going to be a little bit past it. So close. So close.
Shank, I'm disappointed. You have to do a better job next
I know. I do. I will.
I am a bit scared now, because I'm pointed at a jump system, and I think I have a crate.
You're pointed. You're
no.
facing a chieftain. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm no, because
Chieftain.
that's a
Chieftain.
W.
Okay,
He's pointed at the star, and I'm not sure what he's doing. And right now, if I were to start my jump, then I would smash right into W. What are you doing, AW?
You're definitely not pointing in the right direction, by the way.
Hang on.
But neither is he, so.
No. I'm pointed at Blay, EUN, FAE. No, I'm not. All right. Hang on. Let's see. There we go.
If you turn, you're just gonna miss the planet moving past it outside of the targeting circle. Oh, I'm so disappointed in myself. I was so close.
There we go. Oh, that's better. Nice. Ian, we are
Everybody
getting,
charging up already. 5 minutes early.
Yeah, we're getting close to our end of the talk show. Ian, what has been your favorite moments in this? Are you thinking?
There's so many of them.
Yeah. Favorite moments are the mass jump out of Beagle Point. The racing, racing Hank around the mountain on that a couple of base camps ago. That was a good laugh.
Yeah.
And multi-tagging an Earthlight world with Johnny Frost and Shiggy and Jackie. That was pretty good too. That would be my 3 highlights, I think.
Yeah. Definitely the interaction with other commanders brings this expedition to a different height. If you were to say do it on your own, do it in solo, actually gives another total new dimension to the game. Yeah.
I enjoy doing it solo, but it's a different kind of trip when you do it in a group.
I think
even though I've been scouting and spent quite a lot running ahead being on solo anyway.
Yeah, I think it's awesome you could do it solo, because it takes a toll on you to keep going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out. Is just like to do this on your own without having, even if you can't be at all the meetups, being at like one meetup a month or something, or every couple months you meet with other people, just getting to see other people out there with you is just got to be some kind of sense of relief to that. And, you know, rather than the constant daily aloneness on the edge of the void, especially. It gets creepy out there.
Yeah, it does. And you could also be tempted to say, you know, screw it, I'll go back, I'll finish it this and time. But if you take another commander, for instance, that has done the circumnavigation all IT nil or Aura Laurel, then really an awesome job that they have done. I take my hat off for anyone who's done the circumnavigation. So, well,
You can
you're
just do it at
alone.
Hanakura speed and then you don't miss other people because you're back in a week.
Yeah.
If you do it like Hanakura do their circumnavigation in 10 or 12 days, I'll be back until 12 days. What are you doing? I'm doing circumnavigation. What? Yeah.
Well, are we on in our, as everybody's charging up with a minute to go, are we on to
Yes, we are, Jack. Ask the question to him.
Do you have any final parting words for us as we head on out on our 23rd mass jump together with only 2-3 more to go? What any parting words you want to leave us with, Ian?
Ready to engage.
Fly safe, land safer, live long and prosper.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sounds very good. So, guys, have a nice mass jump. Don't forget to swing by the mass jump mass tag system. Pretty close to it. For my part, I intend on going to directly to the mass tag right from. I wish everyone a good continued expedition. Thank you to Chank and thank you to we are now guests. See you all in the black.
You both. And we'll talk to everyone who's listening again soon.